All right, fam. I got a surprise for you this morning. All right, listen.
I put me a dollar in that
and keep it moving.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get up church all your money.
Y'all sure didn't. I ain't gonna tell no lie to get a church mama on my money. I sure didn't.
Oh no!
I went to church every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
And with a dollar.
What you gave Grandma?
Dollar. I'm good. They ain't had no. The test of what you had this on Sunday. They start. Oh, preachers.
Yeah, preacher's
I
anniversary.
didn't give them nothing.
They got the preacher's anniversary.
Yeah, you. That some of them give no.
Yeah.
I
And they say, do you want to gift the preacher? Get a preacher a gift.
Yeah.
Right. An offering. A love offering.
Yeah.
How much yours was?
Nothing. I didn't give nothing. I didn't have it. I didn't give.
And you wasn't for to get nothing you ain't have, right?
I ain't never been that way.
You ain't never been that. Hey, people give the preacher so much money.
Oh, some of them. And kept up me. And I said, no, sir, you finna get it. Don't bother me. Okay. I never do it.
And when you hungry, the preacher ain't gonna give you nothing.
Give me $1. Oh, mother. All right, mother. All right, mother. Mother said she'd give them nothing for the pastor anniversary. But that was something I just wanted to laugh a little bit, fam. I just wanted to laugh a little bit. I got the book of Esau. Well, not the book of Esau, but Sister Chicky History Channel had sent me a book last night. And I think that I should come on here today and read the book. I ain't read it yet, so this is going to be new to me as well as a lot of y'all. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this book up while y'all getting ready to come in, fam. Just speak. All right. So this right here is the book that the sister had. Let's see how that go. There it is. This is the book that the sister wanted me to read for y'all. I'm gonna put my head down there and I'm gonna peanut head right there. There we go. Alright, this is the book that the sister had wanted me to read for y'all, fam. Alright, it says, Who is Esau? Edom. And they're gonna show when this book was written. It was by Charles A. Wiseman. And you see these guys here? Alright, let's go to the next page. It says, Who is Esau, Edom? Esau, Edom, the life, history, genealogy, prophecy, predestination, and modern identity of the biblical Esau. In Paleo Hebrew is Esau. I'll show y'all that today, y'all were willing. And I was intending on showing y'all what the book of Maccabees yesterday, so I'll probably do that. Well, last night. All right, it says, as it is written, Yiqwaba have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Romans 9:13. Esau was a designing and deceitful man. I don't know that word. Book of Jasher. And in your modern Bible, you don't have the book of Jasher in there. By Charles A. Wiseman. When you say old means original. You know, you can have a original lie, and you can have the original, which means the truth. So they show you the context, cover illustrations from left to right. All right, let me see if I can do it like this here. That's too much. Let's do one page. There we go. I shall eat them. So let me go ahead and go to the introduction. The title of this book possesses a question which may well prove to be the most important question in understanding the Bible. I think Ama Deborah said that she was doing something like this morning. Ama, I'm not trying to step on your toes. If you hear this video, I'm just going to probably add to it by reading this book. But Ama Deborah has a lot of wisdom and understanding. Her husband, Elder Yahoo, and they have a series out they call White It Out series. Pastor Kelly from We Woke Now, he also speaks on things like this. So before I leave from here, y'all be willing, y'all make sure that y'all don't forget to subscribe to Ama Deborah. They have a page called Watchmen and Deborah. I think it's called Watchmen Reports with Deborah and Elder Yahoo. And then you have Pastor Kelly that speaks on stuff like this with We Woke Now. You shouldn't miss it. It'll be the first page where you see on YouTube. But if y'all willing, I'll go ahead and post it in the chat before we get off of here. Or post it in the description under the video. So I try to post everything that I speak about in the description. And since I did not post this yet in the description, I don't believe so. Let me go ahead and share this with y'all, fam, before I start reading this out of this book. So let me share this with y'all. There we go. Copy that to the clipboard for the family. Shalom, Sister Private C. Long time no see. Here we go. I'm gonna post that for y'all. The sister had said this to me. It was Chicky History Channel. Sister Private C, if you wanna come up like you did the other day and break out your shell again, sis, come on up here. I ain't seen you in a while. There go the sister. Private C. Shalom can't connect to the oh, okay. Live feed, but I pray you have a great session. Okay, sister. When you come back, just speak to me in the chat. I'll speak to y'all down there after the video, y'all were willing. And if you're out of time, you can come up some other time, sister. Oh, I did share it. My bad. So let me see if I can delete this one. There it is. Yeah, I shared it already. All right, so let me go ahead and start reading. Who is Esau? Esau Edom. Let me highlight where I'm reading at first, so that y'all can not lose track. All right, so who is Esau Edom? Esau was the firstborn son of Yadshach, who was the son of Abraham, with whom Elohim had made a special covenant with. The Bible story tells us that Esau would have a destiny unique and separate from that of his twin brother Yiqwaba. So a lot of people see this and they say, hear a lot of our brothers saying the white man is Esau. But we're going to get into that, y'all, are willing today a little bit. But let me go ahead and read. Who was the son of Abraham, with whom Elohim had made a special covenant. The Bible story tells us that Esau would have a destiny unique and separate from that of his twin brother Yiqwaba. The dissimilar and conflict destinies of these two individuals would affect the course of history to the present day. All right. The material presents the strong meat of Allah's word, which is intended to edify and nourish strong, what they say, Christians. So when y'all see these words, Christians and all that, just know, that try not to pay that too much mind, because I want y'all to get an understanding about what I'm reading. Strong Christians, Hebrews chapter 5, 12 and 14. They give you the Bible reference. So let me save this in the chat. Hebrews 5. Let me save that down there in the chat, so we could go to that when the time comes. It thus is specifically intended for those who have advanced to the stage of understanding the racial perspective of the Bible. So the writer of the book is saying that we want to learn. We're not just going to just keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over again and not go into understanding, to know who the people is in the Bible. Because the Bible is a real document based on real people. Okay? And revealing the mysteries of the scripture surrounding Esau, Adam. This book, Adama, this book deals with the history, prophecy, ethnology, providence, symbology, and eschatology. And I want to go up, let's go up to Esau's name right here when he say Adam. In Phoenician Hebrew, it's Adama, like the red clay of the earth. So Esau started out with dark skin. It's like a lot of us, we have people in our family that marry out of their tribe. They marry somebody that would be called today a white person, so their skin color would differ in between the other children. This book deals with the history, prophecy, ethnology, providence, symbology, and eschatology. Let me turn up my mic a little bit. This book traces the life and destiny of Esau and his descendants, the Edomites, and their relationship to Yiqwaba Yasharal. See, we got an older brother, a nation. All right. Yiqwaba to Alahayim, to the historical and current events, to other races, plus their place in prophecy and the judgment. A main goal of this material is to reveal the plans and ways Alahayim regarding the role of Esau and his descendants in the world. Thus, this book may well provide the definite answers to some of the world's most perplexing questions. All right, let me go and check to see. Let me put this up here, fam, so that let me put this up here. I think it would not be, it'll be rude that if somebody come inside of the chat and I'm not speaking. All right, let me put something down there for y'all. Okay. There we go. That's just some references and stuff which y'all can go and check out. So let's go here. This is page 1. I'm gonna read this one page. Then we're gonna go back in the Bible. So the legacy of Esau Adam. To help answer the question of who is Esau Adam, first necessary step is to examine the racial and genealogical history of Esau and his descendants. Life and history of Esau. Esau was the firstborn of Yadshach. He's the firstborn of Yadshach, and thus was heir to the birthright derived from the direct racial lineage of Adam, to Nach, to Abraham. But they not seeing it the way that Yah had seen it. So Esau and them say that Yiqwaba stole the birthright, that he was a thief. He stole the birthright. But you cannot steal something that is somebody sold to you. Esau sold the birthright to Yiqwaba, but it wasn't so much as what Esau and Yiqwaba and them had going on, because it is Elohim that calls before the foundation of the world. And Messiah, one seed, was to come out of Abraham. And he could have chose, Elohim could have chose to go through Masha, because you remember when the scripture said that Yahweh said he was going to destroy all of Yasharal and just save Masha. But Masha mediated for Yasharal, and Elohim heard his prayer, and the seed line still remained, even though Yahweh said that to Masha. He had already told Yiqwaba what he was going to do. So Masha reminded Yahweh of his promise. So it's not about our work, but he promised. So our ancestors was out there worshiping idols out there in the wilderness and stuff. Elohim got mad with him, but he had made a promise. And Yahweh don't break his promises. So the lineage still went through Yahweh, which means praise Yahweh. Yahweh. Yad, they say Yad He, Vad He. But in Paleo Abar, in Phoenician Hebrew, in Canaanite Hebrew, but they call it Canaanite Hebrew, it is Yahweh Da, Judah. But let's go back to Esau, the firstborn of Yadshach, and thus was heir to the birthright derived from the direct racial lineage of Adam, to Nach, to Abraham. Thus, y'all ever seen where they found stuff about the stones of the city of Nach? That's how you say Noah's name, Nach, in Phoenician Hebrew. But in different with different dialects of different languages, they say Noah. Somebody may say Nuka, but it's Nach. All right, to Abraham. Thus Esau. In English they say Esau, but in Paleo Abar is Esau was racially a Adamite. All right, he was racially a Edomite, a Shemite, and Abar and Eve, the racial stock of the white race. So the writer say that's the racial stock of the white race, of the white race. Now, during the Arabian slave trade, who was selling Yasharal into slavery? Who was selling these people into slavery? So I want y'all to keep these things in y'all mind. The racial stock of the white race. Because Esau got around. Esau had jungle fever. Just as Esau despised his birthright, Barashayah 25:34. So y'all can keep that in y'all mind too. Barashayah 25:34. Remember we read Barashayah 25 yesterday when he sold it to Yiqwaba. So how can you steal something if somebody sold it to you? That's like you going to the store and buying something out the store and you paid cash money for it, and then somebody say you stealing, even though They traded you for the good. So Yiqwaba did not steal anything. He sold it to Yiqwaba. He also despised his race. He despised his own race by marrying strange women outside of his race. So Esau didn't want to marry within the dark races. He went up, he went to Chittim. He married them. He married some people in the dark races. Esau was everywhere. Esau married the daughter of Canaan, or the Canaanites. So there's some dark Edomites. You remember what they said, that Canaanites sold us into slavery? They said the Africans sold Africans into slavery. We was in Northeast Africa. That's where the headquarters of all of the slave trades was, in Northeast Africa. All right, you read it inside of the Bible. Chittim, who is the Italians and the Portuguese, they set up shop in Northeast Africa. The Grecians, they set up shop in Northeast Africa. The Babylonian Empire, which was Nebuchadnezzar, they set up shop in Northeast Africa. Okay? The iron and the clay, they got a headquarters in Northeast Africa. All right? So that's the headquarters of the slave trade. Esau married the daughters of Canaan. The daughters of Heth, that's Hamitic people, that's mixed with Ava people, mixed with Ibar people. So you got Ibar people mixing with Ham people, with Kemetic people, with the Kemet people. The daughter of Yashmael, so he married even also in the house, in the Bayath, in the tent, the tabernacle of Yashmael. So Esau got children and them. All of them put together, they called them Arabs. All right? The daughter of the Hivites. So Esau married some of the daughters of the Hivites, his seed. Had intermarried with the Horites. So Esau got children of the Horites. Those are African tribes here now. Ham, the progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negro. The interracial marriages were a grief of mine to Yadshak and Rebecca. So daddy and mama didn't like that what Esau was doing, going to marry all these different women. Because Yahweh had a plan for salvation. But Esau married all these different type of women. You know how you ever bring a female home and your mama and daddy don't receive that woman? Well, that's the problem Esau had. He had all these different wives in interracial marriages. Barashaya 26 and 35. The descendants of Esau from these marriages became known as Edomites, and some of them say Edo. There's a tribe that they call a Judean tribe they call Edo, and then you got some Edos who are from Esau. Esau wasn't selling his own people into slavery in the 1600s. The descendants of Esau from these marriages became known as Edomites or as Edom, but the Phoenician Hebrews say Idam. The Edomites also possess some Yasharal blood by intermarriage, as in the case of Shalamon. So the Edomites also got some of their twin brothers' blood because of intermarriage. So that show you, just because you a twin don't mean you the same person. Because two twins have their own specific bloodlines. All right? Esau and the Edomites dwelt in Mount Seir. That's in Northeast Africa, which Elohim gave to Esau for possession. So Yahweh gave Esau a possession, because that's what Yahweh do. He gave Esau a possession. That's in Deborah chapter 2 and verse 5. Yahweh Shai, where they say Joshua with a new language, chapter 24 and verse 4. And do you know that Joshua, they say that Joshua, why they don't say Joshua in the New Testament? Because they say Joshua and the Messiah have the same identical name, which means Yah salvation. Yah salvation. Thank Gullah, Yah salvation. Yah means he, Habashai, salvation. Yah salvation. He salvation. This Aras, this land was also known as Idomia, the land of Edom. Mount Seir lies south of, and you go a map right here. We'll get over to the map. Let's look at the map, fam. All right, so now we're going to see. Now, y'all got to remember. You remember we read yesterday that Amar Rebecca was a Syrian. All right, she's a Syrian. She's an Ibar woman. She's a Negro, an Ibar woman. You see Assyria where Hamath is at, and you got the Mediterranean Sea. You got the Cyprus, and look under here, under Beersheba and Moab, you see Edom. That is located now today, well, you'll say in Africa, but they say that in the land of Yemen or something like that. All right. There's the Sinai Peninsula. Y'all see right here where it say Masrim right here. That's Kemet. That's Kemet. And you got the Sinai Peninsula. And this is a map showing when the time of Dawad, when the kingdom of Dawad. So right here, that's Ammon, that's Ammon. There go Megiddo, where Yahweh gonna bring all the people to fight at. There's the land of Dan right there, right up from Damascus, where the apostle Shawal got struck down off of the horse. There go the Arameans, which means the mixed races. It don't mean that they all was mixed in together and nobody don't know who they is. It means it's a whole bunch of tribes that make up a kingdom. All right? So Esau had an Arab as well. They have a mixed race of people that make up an Abar kingdom. All right, so the Hebrews call a kingdom that have a lot of people in it. They didn't call it Babal, they called it Arab, which means mixed race of people. You have Gaza, right there, remember the Gaza script? Look at that, Yehowadah and Beersheba. All right, so let's go ahead and start back reading some more in the book. Y'all, when I'm going to read a little bit of this. Let's read the legacy of Edom. Let's read up here at the top first before I get into that. The Dead Sea. Remember the Dead Sea Scrolls? The Dead Sea stretched south to its seaport at Elath. Deuteronomy 1, 2, 2, 1, and 8, and including the raven known as Petra. So let's see if we can find that. So let's look for the Dead Sea. All right. So let's see Petra. And here they even give you the mapping out of the land, scale of miles. So this is not something that we making up, that Negroes had land as well. Y'all remember the kingdom of Weda? There go Judah right there. Weda is a way to say Judah in another language. You remember the Weda galleys? The Weta galleys was the ships. They was buying Waida people, Lamb people, Soyuda people. All right. There's the Sudan down here. Some of Aishal people live in the Sudan. So let's go ahead and read over here. The legacy of Aishal Edom. The Edomites were driven from Petra westwards by the Nabateans in 312 BC. So Aishal and them kept records as well, just so y'all know. And before the middle of the 2nd century BC, they were occupying not only southern Yabada, said it was occupying southern Judah, but also Hebron and the country to its north as far as Beth Zor. The Nabateans now occupied Mount Seir. So now the Nabateans occupied Mount Seir, and Aishal Edom was abiding inside of Yabada in Judah. All right. The Maccabean family, a remnant of the true Yahweh, of the true Judeans, had ruled Judea from 166 to 37 BC. That means before Messiah. That's the Julian calendar. Before Messiah. And under Ayudas Maccabee, First Maccabees 5-3, recaptured the city of Hebron from the Edomites in 164 BC. During the time of John Hyrcanus, 135 to 105 BC, the nephew of Judeans, Yehoiada, were again faced with the hostility of the Idumeans. Hyrcanus confronted the Idumeans, causing a divisive change in the relations between the two factions. Yochanan Hyrcanus conquered the whole of Idumea and took the forced conversion of inhabitants to Judaism. So when they say in the white race that's called Judeans, what that was called Edomites, were forced by John Hyrcanus, Yochanan Hyrcanus. They were forced, into Judaism. So now, thenceforth, the Edomites, this is in Josephus, A&T, this is a historical document, just like when you read the newspaper. Thenceforth, the Idumeans became a section of the Jewish people. All right? So that's when the Edomites started becoming the Jewish people. Thus, as this juncture of times, the Edomites were then incorporated within the Jewish nation. So now they say that they are Jews now. And their country was called by the Greeks and Romans Idumea. So the Greeks and the Romans called the Edomites country Idumea. The French and Spain and Portugal called their country Idumea. The Britain and them and all them, that's whoever is a whoever is a Greek and a Roman, they called the city of our elder brother Idumea. And there you go, Mark chapter 8, Ptolemy, geography 16. But the tide turned in favor of the Edomite faction when Julius Caesar made Antipater, an Edomite, procurator of Judea in 47 BC. That's before Messiah. So Julius Caesar was setting up shop. He was already set up shop, and Julius Caesar wanted to be a mighty conqueror. All right. When Antipater was killed, for years later, his son, I'm probably messing up their name, but Antipater was killed. 4 years later, a son of Herod gained power, but was rejected by Yiqwaba. So a son of Herod gained power, but was rejected by the Judahites, by Yiqwaba. Herod shrewdly gained the support of Rome, of Khattayam, with a Roman army at his heels. He returned to Palestine after a 6-month siege. He captured Yerushalayim and became king of Yiqwaba in 37 BC. So this setting up to the time of Hamashiach. All right. So let's go here. I just do this one more. This one more right here until it go to the high priest. So we can understand who Esau Edom is, fam. So this is on page 8. Herod was shrewd and unscrupulous tyrant and was despised by Yiqwaba, by the Negroes, because that's who the Negroes is. The Waida people, the Lamb people, the Soyuda people, who was sold and trafficked to all the countries. They was trafficked. Our people was trafficked to the whole countries. Despised by Yiqwaba, they didn't like what Esau was doing, so they ain't like him. Yiqwaba, because he was an Edomite and not one of their own stock. That's not why they didn't like it. They disliked it, Esau Edom, because of how he always acted towards them throughout history, and he don't change. He just keep doing what he do. Now, sometimes you may have some kind of understanding with Esau, and then Esau pop out with something else, because he got a perpetual hatred. Herod was a shrewd and unscrupulous tyrant, and he despised Yiqwaba because he was an Edomite. All right. Herod was a shrewd and unscrupulous tyrant and was despised by Yiqwaba because he was an Edomite. So Herod was an Edomite according to the Bible. And also, Shalom, Sister Naomi, and also according to history. So y'all see that, fam? That Herod was an Edomite according to the Bible and also according to history. All right. So let me go ahead. I'm finna pull up my Bible. But I'm finna go to, so y'all see how this thing forming out. Esau Edom had a hand in a lot of stuff that happened. So let me go to the book of Maccabees. Let me go to Maccabees 16:11. And I'm finna go to Maccabees. Then I'm finna share it on the screen with you, fam. So let me go to the book of Maccabees. Because Esau, Edom, he been getting down with the get down. I'm going to share this tab with y'all. All right. In those days arose Mattathias, the son of Yakanan, the son of Shammaiwan, a priest, a Kohan of the sons of Irib from Yerushalayim, and dwelt in Modin. He had, excuse me, this is Old English. He had 5 sons. Ionan, called Cadiz. Let me see if I can get this in a different so let me see if I can get this in a different textile. All right. Let me see. Key King James, archaic English spelling. Click to switch to standard. So hopefully they'll still have this book in there. All right, because we don't speak Old English no more. In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Shammai, a priest. Let me move my mic over. Shammai, a priest of the sons of Yarib from Yerushalayim, and dwelt in Modin. And he had 5 sons. Yohanan, called Cadiz, Simon, called Thasi, Yahabadah, who was called Maccabees. So Judeans were called Maccabees. Eleazar, called Avaran, and Jonathan, whose surname was Ephes. And he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem. And he said, woe is me, wherefore was I born to see this misery? This is under the Grecian Empire that was hidden by the Greeks. Misery of my people and of the holy city, the set apart city, into the dwelling there. And it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of strangers. It wasn't delivered into the hand of the rightful owners, but it was delivered into the hand of the enemy and into the hand of the strangers, the Yalad. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets, her young men with the sword of the enemy. What nation have not had part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she has become a bound slave, an abid. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, is laid waste, and the Goyim have profaned it. To what end, therefore, shall we live any longer? So if somebody take over all your stuff and did all this stuff to you, done ravish your women and everything, why would you want to even live any longer? Why? That is a cry out of desperation. So we go here to Maccabees chapter 1, and let's figure out who is these people here. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Rome, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and the Medes, that he reigned in his stead, and the first over Greece. Greece is in Europe. And made many wars. So right here, these is the people that came down there to Northeast Africa. They came from wherever their lot of inheritance was and came to other people's lot of inheritance in Europe and was taken over. Then they came down there to Northeast Africa and they took over. And they did a documentary on Alexander the Greek. They call him Alexander the Great. But I don't see nothing great about anything that he did. And after that, Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Rome, that is in Spain and Portugal, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and the Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece. So right here, let us go right here to these people right here, to Chittim. So we're going to go to Chittim. So we're going to look up Rome. Fam, hold on. I think somebody calling me. Hold on. Somebody calling me. I'll be right back. Let me put some music on for you because I don't want to just leave a live up like this. Let me see. gonna put some of my music on for y'all while I go and figure out what's going on. It seems like every time I go live, but when I'm not live, nobody is contacting me. Let me go to one of my songs. All right. My bad. The audio wasn't playing. I don't know. I think that they need to fix that. The audio wasn't playing, fam. So let me go back. So this is what we've been studying today, family. And if since all this stuff is going on at this present time, I probably be back on here a little bit longer and chill with y'all a little bit longer. But it is a lot going on right now, fam. And I'm gonna take a little break, and I'll probably be back on here sometime today. And I want to say shalom to you, Monster Moshe and Moshe the commentator again. And shalom to you, Sister Naomi and Sister Privacy. Thank y'all for coming. And y'all, thank you again, Sister. Thank you again, Sister Chicky History Channel for sending over these books so that we can look inside of that together and study together as a family. I'll be back on here if y'all be willing. Y'all don't have to not say anything. You know, y'all can come up if y'all want to. But Sister Private C said that she can't come up right now because she said she's busy doing something. But whenever y'all get the opportunity, fam, y'all can come up and we can chop this up together. But family, I'm finna end the live for right now. Please share the live and just make sure. Let me go and share Pastor Kelly page so that if anybody come in that don't know, uh, they'll have a point of reference where they could go and they would be able to know. So let me go to my home page and go to some of y'all pages. All of y'all is there that asked to be linked. But I'm finna share Pastor Kelly's page. Let me see. All right, share channel. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and copy that and share Pastor Kelly page. So, Pastor Kelly, he got a lot of knowledge on these things right here, fam. And let me go to Amanda Boreal. Let me see. Exit out of that. Go to Amanda Boreal page. They not the only one that have knowledge on this, but those are the ones that I've been listening to lately. And Sister Chicky History Channel. And you got Brother Monster Moshe. Y'all can share y'all channels down there too if y'all want, fam. Let me go to Amanda Boreal, her page. Let me see if I got Amanda Boreal lined up here. Man, them flies is getting on my nerves. They came in the house. When you open that door, they come in. And they don't be playing. Let me share Amanda Boreal, the page where she said she's going to start, because she's been covering this too, and I don't like to take away from other people. I like to be an additive, not a subtraction, a person that like to subtract from people. So here you go, to go Amanda Boreal, her video. So anybody that come and see this right here after the live is over, all you got to do is go over to the live chat feed, and you should be able to see the articles and files inside of their fam. I'm about to get off of here, but I thank y'all for coming. And to the people on the other platforms, if y'all want to contribute to the conversation, you have to come over to the YouTube page. But it's up there for y'all if y'all just want to listen and not respond. Even on YouTube, if you just want to listen and not respond, it's up to you. But I much rather us speak together in the chat and so that we can dialogue better. But if you don't want to, that's cool. But shalom to the Mashpachah. Thank you, family, for coming. And I just pray that everybody would receive what Messiah has for them. You know, the strangers, the Gentiles, they need to learn that they need to cleave. It's only one law for the Israelite and one law for the stranger. It ain't no two laws. It's one law for the Israelite and one law for the stranger. Family, I got to get off of here, but I want to just say shalom to the hearers and the keepers of the word. Amen. Thank y'all for coming.